Alright you guys, so this is the palette that I store all of my Devinah in. I will open it up and show you. There we go. So those are everything that I own from Devinah. These ones on this side here are all shiny, shifty shadows. And then the ones on this side of the divider, I've got, these are not Devinah, those are just some random singles I had to stick in here because I didn't have extra palettes, but now I do. And then I have a highlighter bundle right here, which I'll show you, some random shimmers, and then a couple of mattes. I have one matte bundle and then two are just kind of on their own. What I'm gonna do to show you all of these is I'm probably gonna go bundle by bundle to show you swatches. So I'll show you the bundle as a whole inside of a separate palette so that you can see what it looks like, and then of course I will show you swatches, and I'll probably just be swatching on my arm like so. So hopefully this can give you a good idea of what you want to shop through the Devinah sale, or the restock I should say. It's not really a sale, but you can use codes to get 20% off. I will list a few codes in the description bar of creators that I love to support, if you want to also check them out. So let's get right into it. Okay, so I think also the order that we're gonna go in is I'm gonna go from the oldest to the newest releases. So that'll probably start with these highlighters first. As you can tell, they have a little bit of a shift to them. There's a purple one, a blue one, a green one, kind of a yellow. I will let you know what Devinah describes them as, but I really like the row right here, and I really love Delirium, which is the green one. Sorry you guys, I'm filming this at a totally different angle, so it's really hard for me to be able to see which way I'm doing this. So, okay, and let's go ahead and get into the swatches of these. All right, you guys, so the first one that I'm gonna swatch is called Zion, and Zion, or Zion, I don't know. It gives a kind of copper hue when you wear it. So I'm really gonna kind of rub that out so that you can really see the copper hue. I will of course do close-ups for you guys as well. Let's just go ahead and do all of the swatches first. So the next one is Immortality. And Immortality, so Immortality has more of a red hue. If you have Kaleidos Mars Melter, this one will be similar to that. These ones I will say have quite a bit of the white base. So that is something to keep in mind, but they do really sheer, like once you kind of blend them out, they do really sheer out. So they are really nice on the skin. The next one is called Euphoria, and Euphoria actually has kind of an orange hue, which I think is really different. I don't think I've really seen like a highlighter with a orange hue, but it's not like super orange either. I would say it's almost more kind of golden. Like to me, the one that's got the copper looks more of the orange hue. So that could also be a skin tone thing, because on their website it's shown on much darker skin, which I think it would look super orange on. Okay, moving on to the next one, we have Arcadia, which has more of a gold hue. I will go ahead and swatch that one right here. These four I would say are the most kind of subtle highlights where you don't have kind of crazy colors going on. So if that's kind of what you're looking for, these ones would be good options for you. Next, we are going to move into one that I think is probably the one that kind of everyone raves about, and that is Delirium. Delirium has a green shift to it. Like it's basically, I guess, just a green highlighter, I would say, but it's really pretty. I know a few YouTube friends who love this one. So there it is. You can kind of see the green there on camera. And of course, my desk is gonna get really dirty, so bear with me, you guys. Next we have Rapture. I've actually worn this one before. This one has a blue hue, and I always have to top this with something a little bit more icy because it's almost too blue on my skin, but it's really, really pretty. I always top it with Kaleido's Moon Cruiser usually, but sometimes I like to leave it just as is. And the last one we have is Nirvana, and Nirvana has a purple, or I guess Devinah likes to describe it as violet hue. So we'll swatch that one right there. There we go. I'll go ahead and show you guys some close-ups now. All right, so there you kind of see they have their little hues. It basically just looks like a prismatic rainbow. They're so, so beautiful. Oh, there's the purple one. Okay, so I don't find that these have a lot of sparkle, but just in case you want to see with a little bit of a flashlight effect, here is what they would look like. All right, so the Prismatic Iridescent Highlighter Bundle retails for $70 originally. However, for quite some time now, it has been marked down on Devinah's website. I bought these back in December and they were $45 and they are still $45. However, I don't believe any codes will work on this, but you're already getting $25 off. So that's a really good deal. And that's for all 7 of them. If you just want to buy these in singles, they retail for $10 each, and then you can get a 20% off. So you'll get $2. Is it $2? Okay, yeah, and if you buy them in singles, they're $10 each, and you can get 20% off, so they would be $8 each. And for all 7 of them, that would be $56. So you're saving $11 if you end up buying it with the bundle. So basically it's like you'll get one of them for free, but I mean, you don't need them all, so just pick and choose the ones that you do want or that would look good on your skin tone, and that's probably how I would go about it. So next we have a bundle that is so highly sought after by most people. And if you're a long-standing fan of Devinah, then you know this is the Xploders, or as I guess more famously known, the Willy Wonka collection. All right, so the first shade, now these are super flaky, so keep that in mind. They're more of like a topper, but the first one is Nerds. This one's kind of like a cool purple, blue, gold shift. It's really, really pretty. But yeah, I would say it's kind of like a purple, gold, and blue shift. I will, of course, show you better close-ups so that you can see what it looks like. The next one is Runts. Which I don't know about you guys. I loved Nerds as a kid, but Runts were not one of my faves, especially like the fake banana one. It was just not for me. So there's Runts. Runts is more of like a pink, blue, purple. It's really, really pretty though. It's so different. And then the next one is Swatch. I think Swatch is beautiful. This is kind of like a purple and gold kind of shift. It's so beautiful. There we go. Okay, and then next we have Pixie Sticks. This was another favorite candy. I actually don't know if I've tried Swatch before. So this one, the Pixie Sticks, is like a pink and greenish type of shift. It almost reminds me of a Luxie shadow that I have called Bubblegum. Very similar to that. These feel so smooth though, like even though they're flaky, they're just kind of flaky when you dip your finger into them, but otherwise they're super beautiful. That's Pixie Sticks. Next we have Xoxos, which Xoxos is like a purple, or sorry, a blue to purple. I'm kind of going in hard with my swatches, just so you know. Oh my god, it's so weird how green, is that Nerds? Yeah, Nerds looks so green right now on camera. Okay, next is Marshmallow Pillows. What cute names. I know they're names of candies, but seriously, I want to eat some of those. This one's kind of like, it's like more purple to gold than the other one was. It's like gold. I would say now that the other one doesn't really look purple to gold, it looks more purple to pink. But I will let you be the judge of that when I show you the close-up swatch. And the last one is Everlasting Gobstoppers, which we all remember that one from the Willy Wonka or the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movies. It's the candy that they all wanted because it lasted forever. Or almost forever, I guess. All right, let me show you the close-up swatches of this. All right, so there you go. You can kind of see the shifts in those. Not like super duper, but like bear with me because this is my first time trying to do a video like this for you guys. So I'm really trying. Okay, and let's try the flashlight with these. And that kind of shows you the sparkle. Aren't those stunning? They are so beautiful. I would say if you're gonna pick up a whole bundle, these ones are so good. All right, you guys, so there they are. This bundle, so this is 7 shades. They are $56 for the bundle, and you can actually get 20% off on these with a code, which is amazing. So $56 regular, that makes them $8 each. But once you get them with the code, you're only paying $44.80. And so that makes each of them $5.60, which is ridiculous. So I highly recommend these. They are a 26mm pen. I don't know if I mentioned that. Only the highlighters are in the 37mm, but all of their eyeshadows are in 26mm pens. All right, so next we have the Galaxy Dust Shifters. This was actually my first ever Devinah purchase. So my first purchase for this collection, and gosh, I think it was because it was like the only thing in stock at the time that I actually kind of wanted to try. So I'm excited to swatch these for you guys because these are some of my favorites, but let's get right into it. All right, so these Galaxy Dust Shifters, they were all inspired by the galaxies of the universe. So all of the names are names of galaxies that exist. So the first one is Asteria. I hope I'm saying that right. This one is beautiful. It's like a kind of green to burgundy type of shift. Now these ones are more like iridescent almost. They're not like a black base multi-chrome, but they are beautiful. I know it looks like nothing from there, but when I show you the close-up swatches, I promise there's gonna be like nothing to be disappointed about. The next one is my personal favorite. This is Celesta, and I think the reason I love this is because of the green to kind of bluey purple shift that it has. See, they look exactly the same right now on camera, but I promise, I'm gonna show you in just a moment. The next one is Cygnus. This one's really beautiful too. It's kind of like it almost reminds me of like magma. It's like kind of like an orange to red shift. So pretty. I love these so much. Okay, at least that one's looking kind of different and not like something else. Okay, next is, I don't know how to say this one, so I'm gonna guess it's Megalanic, I think. This one's also kind of a berry tone with like an orangey shift to it, but it's like more of a bronze orange, I guess, kind of. Let's see what you're seeing up there. Yeah, see, to you it looks the same as the previous one, but they are different. I don't know if they're different enough on the eyes, but they're different enough for me. The next one I know is a popular one. A lot of people like this one. This is one that you see from many different brands. This is a blue to purple shift, and this is Messier. And I'm just gonna go in. Yeah, so you're seeing the purple, but the blue in here is so pretty too. Next is Skyla. Also, I will say these will show up more opaque on a glitter glue, but I just wanted to show you what they look like so that, you know, whether or not you use glitter glue, you know what they look like. So the next one is Skyla. Skyla is a kind of purple to bluey burgundy type of shift. This one is super pretty too. Sorry, I'm not the best at swatching, you guys. This is like my first time ever doing it. And the last one is Starfire, which this is kind of another purpley one. purple with kind of a red shift. Like these definitely do remind me of like what you would see if you looked up like galaxy photos. Okay, let me go ahead and show you the close-ups of this so you can actually see what the real deal is. Okay, so there you go. You can kind of see the shifts there. And I'm gonna show you with the flashlight again. Okay, so let's get that flashlight on there to see the sparkle. Isn't that so pretty? So as you can see, a couple of them do look very similar. So if you're not someone who collects these, maybe pick and choose your favorites. I really recommend Celesta. I think it's beautiful. Okay, you guys, so these ones retail for $56 again, but you can use a 20% off code. You can also buy them in singles, but I think the singles price is basically the same as if you were to buy this in a bundle. There's really no deal if you buy them in a bundle. It's just so that it's easier for you to grab, I think. I can double check, but if I do go to one of them, yeah, it's $8. So there's no price difference if you were to buy them as a bundle versus singles. So you're not gonna be like losing out on a huge discount if you were to buy the whole bundle. So I would really recommend just going with the ones that you think you would use. Of course, if you're someone who feels like you would use them all, then by all means get the collection, the full bundle, but I think that you can pick and choose a couple of them. Devinah's website does have obviously better swatches than I do, but some of the shifts in person aren't as easy to see, and I think Deandra just really knows how to catch those shifts. Now I will say, when you're out in natural light, in some circumstances they're a lot easier to see these shades. You're not going to walk around with, you know, lighting and flashlights and all that kind of stuff, so just keep that in mind when you are shopping multi-chromes. Okay, you guys, so next is one of, I think this is the most recent addition that I've added to my Devinah collection, and this is their sugar drops. These are super iridescent shades. They're kind of, I would say, like shifty glitter sparkle type shadows. They're definitely more on the transparent base side. They work really, really well as a topper or even an inner corner highlight. They really pop on the inner corner. I've used them a couple times. They are beautiful. But you can also use them as a highlight if you want to. That's totally up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these. So you get 9 in this bundle, whereas all of the other bundles had 7, I think, so far at least. There's another bundle, I think, or no, well, we'll get there. So let's go ahead and swatch these 9. Right, so we have my arm and frame, and I'm gonna start with the first shade, which is Cake Bomb. This one seems to have kind of a bluey, maybe purple-ish shift to it. See how transparent those are? Like, they're very, very sheer. It's probably too big a swatch. I'm gonna have to go smaller if I want to get all of them on my arm. And the next one is Soda Swamp. This one's more of a pinky purple type situation. It's really, really pretty. I haven't used all of these, so this is like, for me, a little bit like, ooh, pretty, because I'm swatching them again. I kind of forget how they look like. I've swatched them once before, but that's about it. Next is Puffles. I've worn Puffles a couple times. I've included it in kind of custom palettes I've created. This one has more of a purple. Ooh, I don't want that on that side. There we go. It's got more of a purple to it, which is really, really pretty. I think you're seeing green from your end, but yeah, that's super pretty. Next we have Taffy Bomb, which I would say so far is the flakiest of them all. I don't know why that is. It's like it's super soft pressed or something. Let me get some more. Like here, I'll show you on my finger. You can kind of see how flaky that is. So let's put that down. This one definitely has a bit more of a grit to it, like almost like you're rubbing out a glitter, but it's really, really pretty. And then we have Gumbles, which probably looks the most tinted in the pan, and it looks kind of like a yellow green shade. And they're just so sparkly though. Like, I can't even show you yet, but they're so sparkly. You can kind of see right there. Next is Yumlicks. I love the names of these. Like, how cute are the names? This one, kind of like Taffy Bomb, is a little bit more on the flaky side. That looks really beautiful. That's a kind of like, if anyone wants a very natural kind of shade, then that would be one to go with. Oh my god, look at those. I will say, you guys, I'm like reaching over my desk right now and my shoulder is starting to kill me. Okay, next is another favorite of mine. This is Shuggies. I've used this one quite a few times as well. I think it has more of a like pink and green shift to it. The next one is Cavity, spelt like cavity, like as if you were drinking tea, you know? This one's got more of a purple tint to it. I don't know how I'm gonna fit my whole arm in the frame for you guys. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Reach over a little bit more. And the last one is Boom Sour, which has a little bit more of a bluey tint to it, kind of a blue purple. Ooh, those are so pretty. Okay, let me see. Show you like that, but I'm gonna show you close-ups. All right, so let's take a closer look at those. Look how beautiful they are. I haven't even put the flashlight on them yet, and you can already kind of tell how sparkly they are. But let me just show you. Okay, there we go. Do you see all that sparkle? You see that? Isn't that crazy? I think it's so wild. They are really, really pretty though. I think these ones, it's harder for me to show you this shift just because they're so iridescent, but I do really love these. I don't think, again, you need all of them though, but they are beautiful. All right, you guys, so as you can see, you get 9 of these. I'm trying to fit my arm so you can see all of them. So these are also 26mm pens. You get 9 of them in the bundle for $72 total with 20% off. Or you can buy them individually for $8 each, which I think adds up to $72 if you were to buy all of them anyways. So it's not really any different than buying the bundle, and you still get 20% off. So totally up to you if you want to get the bundle versus individuals. I feel like these ones are all kind of different enough, but I mean, how many iridescent shades do you need? So unless you're a collector of singles, I recommend just going and picking and choosing which ones you would want. Okay, so these are the sugar cakes. This was the next release after the sugar drops. So these came in a bundle of 6, and these are kind of a solid shimmer base with a shifty, sparkly shadow bursting through it. I guess like you will see sparkles shift on a shimmer base. I don't even know what I'm trying to explain to you guys anymore, so let's just go ahead and get into the swatches. This is what happens when you film at like midnight. So, okay, let's get into it. Okay, so the first shade is called Sweet Sunbeam. This one, it kind of looks like a nice bronzy shadow with a kind of green to brown, maybe purple flip. Let's just get a little bit more. There you go. I will obviously show you guys the close-ups. So the next one is Mystic Moon Pie. I know this one is a Devinah fave. This one's kind of like, I think, a purple to blue type of shift. It's really pretty. I know a lot of people love this one. I think Kelly Wartenberger really loves that one. The next one is Pancake Bubbles. I've used this recently and I think it's so cute. This one's more of a like sheer champagne with like a green. I think it's like a green flip. Yeah, I would say it's a green flip for sure. But there is Pancake Bubbles. And next we have Cream Puff Cuddles. Again, with the cute names Devinah. So this one's a pink with a blue shift. I'm trying to do kind of thick swatches so I can better show you. the shifts and whatnot. Okay, and then the next one is Confetti Kisses, which this one looks really pretty. I think it's like a blue with a purple. Ooh, it's almost turquoise when you swatch. So it's like blue, turquoise, and purple. This one's beautiful. How have I not used that one yet? What in the world is wrong with me? And lastly, we have Rainbow Blossom. This one's a cool kind of green to teal type of shift. These ones are also really flaky. I will say the shadows are always super flaky. So, you know, you probably want to wear a glitter base underneath if you're really scared about fallout, but I haven't had that issue with Devinah shadows yet. So there those are, and now let's take a closer look. All right, so here it is, the Candy Cakes collection. Look at that blue and that green one. Like, how have I not used those? Am I crazy? I think I'm a little bit crazy. So let's look at it with the flashlight to see the sparkles. Those are so pretty, hey? Let's try it on this side too. Oh my god. Do you see all that sparkle? Holy moly. Okay, yeah, those are beautiful. I love those. So here you get 6 shadows in a bundle for $48. I believe you can buy these individually for $8 a pop. Same pricing, but you also get the 20% off on that $48 or the $8 singles. But these are also really, really beautiful. I don't know if you need all of them, but I feel like this is a pretty versatile collection within the 6 shades that are in here. So I think the bundle, especially with the 20% off, is going to be a really great deal for these. So I think it'll put it down to the, what was it, like $5.60 shadow or something like that. Yeah, so there'll be $6.40 a shadow, which is really, really good for something that's shiny and shifty like these, and they're kind of glitter, you know, glitter shift. So I think it's a really great deal for what you get. All right, you guys, I think these are the ones that everyone gets really, really excited about. These are the black base multi-chromes from Devinah. They are the Aurorae Flare collection. The collection retails for $96. However, since these were released, and I should clarify, the bundle only includes the top 2 rows, so it's just these 6. These 3 were additions that were made later, but you can only buy them in singles. This bundle, however, retails for $96. However, since their release, they've been discounted to $78 total for the bundle. So you're saving $18. And I don't believe that you can get the 20% off on those. And if you buy them individually, they're also marked down with the same discount that Devinah has for the bundle. So you're not actually, I guess, like missing out on a bigger discount if you were to buy it in a bundle. So buying it in a bundle versus buying them in singles, the price is exactly the same per shadow. So if you only want a few, you're not going to be missing out on like a huge chunk of a discount. But I don't believe, because these are already marked down, that you can get an additional 20% off on those. So that's just something to keep in mind. I'm so excited to swatch these for you guys. So I'm going to swatch all of them, including the bottom 3, which you can only buy in singles at this point. But I just thought it would be nice for you guys to see all of the Aurorae Flares together, so you can decide which ones you wanted if you just wanted to buy them individually. So let's go ahead and swatch them. All right, bringing back the arm. The first one is Polaris. Polaris is like a teal to purple shift. So the thing with these ones is you guys don't want to blend them out too much, because once you start blending them out too much, you're going to start losing that shift, and it's really going to go into a black base. So from my angle, I'm seeing purple, and I think from your angle, you're seeing teal. So that's really cool. I can't wait to show you guys the actual shifts when I, you know, angle the other way. The next one is Thermosphere, which is like a blue to purple. So I think you can probably see the royal blue, and I'm seeing the purple on my end, which is wild. It's just amazing. It's so cool how these ones shine. Okay, the next one is my favorite, my personal favorite. This is Australis. It's a pink to kind of goldy green shift. I don't know what it is about this kind of multi-chrome. I feel like I'm just attracted to them. Like I have multiples of this type of multi-chrome tone. Also, the next one is another one that I seem to be kind of obsessed with because I've duplicated myself with this one too. This is Xoxo. This is a blue to green shift. It's really, really pretty. It's like a bright lime green too, like a bright blue. So that one's really cool. And then we have Borealis, and I would say this is like the least shifty of all of them, but you can still see the shift. This one's like a royal blue to like a more teal blue, but I feel like the shift isn't as obvious as it is in the rest of them. So that's the only thing. And then the next one, this is the last one in the actual bundle itself, is Magnetosphere, and this is like a hot pink to purple type of shift with like a little bit of blue in there. It's really, really beautiful. Kind of almost see a little bit of a kind of goldish tinge to it too. So there are those. So then there were 3 additions made. Well, first there was only one made, and that was Chromosphere, which is kind of like a lime green to a darker green, similar to the Borealis shift where it's in the same color family, so it's not as obvious. Oh, that's so beautiful. This one's really pretty, and I think this one sold a lot of people on buying the Aurorae Flares. The next one I have is Phenomena. So the next 2 were actually released at the same time. I think back in January, I want to say. I can't remember now for sure. I think it was January. Anyways, so there's Phenomena. This one is more of a, like also a green to green shift, but it's like a goldy green. Like, I don't even really know how to explain that one. The next one's really cool. This one goes from kind of like a, almost like tealy green to like a bronze type of shift. It's really cool. I know this one's another like favorite of many. And I think I wore this one recently. I can't remember. I thought I used it. I'm gonna do a pretty opaque swatch though. I got like a little chunk in there. Look at those. Aren't they beautiful? Now let me show you the close-up because you're gonna be mind blown. All right, so we'll start at this angle and start to kind of move. I don't even know if you can see them. You can see some of them, but some of them are really hard to show. There you can kind of see like, all right, you guys, I think we've already discussed the pricing on these, but I will tell you what the individual pricing is in case you decide you want to buy singles. So let's just double check that they're also discounted because that would be silly if they're not. Yeah, so it looks like single versions of them are all listed at $13 each, whereas the whole bundle is $78. So basically I think it's exactly equal to what it would cost you if you bought the bundle versus all of them individually if you decided to collect them slower. I like that Devinah does that because then it doesn't make you feel pressure to buy the whole bundle at the same time. All right, let's get into the last bundle that's the most recent out of all of their shifty shadows. All right, you guys, and then we finally have the last kind of special bundle that they have, which is the Star Chasers. This was released, I want to say, was it Black Friday? It might have been Black Friday. So I was super excited to get these ones as well. They are really, really beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them for you and then we'll talk about them a little bit after. Oh my God, you guys, can you see the staining on my arm? My arm is so done. Actually, I don't even know if you can see it. I feel like it's just my scars or like my eczema is more red, but let's see. Okay, so the first one we have is Altair. All right, so Altair is kind of like a blue with a slightly kind of purpley shift to it, I think. Feels like it's kind of got a purple in there. I also see from my angle right now, I see gold. That could be sparkle. Okay, and next we have Aquila, which this one's probably one of my favorites. This is like a turquoise to purple type of shift, but it's like way more prominent than Altair was. Like the shift is actually more visible. It's really, really beautiful. The next one is Draco or Draco. No, it's not named after Harry Potter, guys. I think the names are stars. Like, I think they're actual stars in the sky, you know? This one is another like kind of green with a purple shift. I think that's the only thing about this collection that's not so unique, is that all of these teal ones have like a very similar shift while they're very different shadows. I wish there was, like, I guess, a little bit more versatility. The next one is Lynx. This one is really pretty. It's kind of an orange to kind of gold green type of shift. Really beautiful. I have actually swatched these before. I do have a Star Chasers video and I did an eye look, so I will link that in the eye cards for you guys to go ahead and view if you feel like it. The next is Orion. This is like a green, kind of goldy type of shift, or blue. I don't know. Can't tell if it's gold or if there's blue in there. No, I see a little bit of blue from this angle, but I see gold when it's, I don't know. I think it's blue and green. There we go. And the last one is Vela. I believe it's pronounced Vela. This I love. I used this very recently in a look that I did for Magpies a couple weekends ago. This is like kind of a yellow with the pinky shift, I think. Yeah, it's like a yellow with a pink shift to it. It's really beautiful. It was just such an ethereal shade to wear. I really, really like that. Okay, let me show you the close-up swatches. All right, so here we go with the close-up swatches. They're really beautiful. Look at Aquila, it's so nice. I really like that one. Okay, I'm gonna show you also with the flashlight. Oh wait, I did turn off a light earlier. Here we go. So there those are, and I'll show you with the flashlight as well. There we go. Shine some sparkle on there. Okay, so let's talk about this set. This set of 6 is also $48. You can also buy them individually for, I'm guessing, $8 each. Yep, and you can get the 20% off on these. These are really, really pretty. I would say they're much more prettier in person than the camera can capture, so do keep that in mind. Again, because this has 3 shades that are kind of in a similar family, I don't know that you need them all, but like, they also at the same time in person look very different. So again, I would say if you're a collector, the bundle is worth it, but I mean, you can get them individually and you can buy them later on if they're ever in stock. You know, I know Devinah sometimes doesn't have stock, but the problem is their products are so good that they always sell out, so they can't keep up with you guys. So just remember, 20% off codes will always be there. You can buy them individually, you can buy them in the bundles, and the pricing is not different from bundle to single, which is nice. So really just think about what you want to add to your wish list during this upcoming restock, but I think they're pretty. I think the thing is just bundles are easier to add in, so yeah. All right, let me go wash up and then I'm gonna start swatching the rest of my regular Devinah shadows for you guys. All right, you guys, for shimmers, I have 5 left. I actually have 4 more sitting in my palette, but I checked their website and those have actually been discontinued, I think, so because they're not any longer on the website, so I'm not even going to bother swatching them for you. I'm just going to go ahead with these. These are all called pressed pigment shimmers. The top 3 are $8 each, whereas the bottom 2 are $6 each, and that's because these ones are a little bit more special than these ones, where these are just kind of more, you know, everyday, or not everyday, but like your average shimmers, not so much like a super shimmery one. And one of them I think actually was an addition to the Galaxy Dust shifters that came out later on. So the first one I'm going to start off with is Moonlit, which is that first shade there. So they describe it as a taupe fizzing champagne dipped in a vat of shiny platinum. This will be your Let's Party eyeshadow. It's that darn good. I love that description. But yeah, this one is really, really pretty. It literally just looks like the moon. Like, look at that level of metallic. But let me go ahead and swatch. We're gonna go ahead and swatch. So let's see. Look at that. I'm really gonna build that up. This one's so shimmery, you guys. It's like, it's crazy shimmer. It is so beautiful. You're not seeing it in its glory right there, but I will get there and I will show it to you. The next one is the shade Centaurus, which that's the one that was a Galaxy Dust. I don't think it's a part of the Galaxy Dust collection, but I think it was inspired by that collection. And this shade is kind of like, I don't know how to explain this one. It flips for sure. It's like a green orange gold or green bronze gold. It's really different. I really like this one, but it definitely does remind me of Galaxy Dust shifters. It's so beautiful. So pretty. And then the next one I have is Tucana, which is another Galaxy Dust shifter inspired one. This one's like kind of a, I want to say like a nudie pink with just a slight green shift. Nothing crazy. It's not overtly green, but it's beautiful. But the pink in this is stunning. I love that. It's so beautiful. All right, the next one I have is Twilight, which is an older one. I feel like, ooh, it's really powdery. This one is kind of like, how would you describe this? Like a gray with a blue tinge to it. But like, do you see how that's not like that shimmery? It's just kind of, it feels kind of satiny. To be honest, I think I might declutter that one at some point. And the last one is like a beautiful royal blue purple shimmer. This one's actually kind of special because I have a subscriber turned friend named Anara, and I bought it simply because it was named Inara. And I think I kind of stole it from her cart during that sale. Definitely looks more purple when swatched out, but in the pan, it definitely looks royal blue. So that's interesting. It looks way different on my finger than in the pan. Let me show you the close-ups of these. All right, so here are the close-ups of those shadows. Look at that Anara shade. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful, just like my friend. I absolutely adore these. Let me go ahead and show you. Oh, do you see that shift on Tucana, which is the middle one? How beautiful. Okay, let me show you with the flashlight. Look at that sparkle. Look at Moonlit. Look at that. It's so pretty. Still beautiful. Do you see how boring Twilight looks? I don't know. Not really into that shade. I don't think it's one I would recommend. But Anara, wow. All right, you guys, so next I have the mattes that I have, which I have one bundle, which is the Coven's Curse bundle, and then I have two other singles, which are Jaded and Grinch. The Coven's Curse bundle is $38, which makes each shadow $6.33. And I believe that the matte singles are $6, but I'm gonna double check for you. Yeah, so they're $6 each. So those are a little bit cheaper, I guess. And you obviously can get them 20% off. And if that's the case, then it's $30.04 for the bundle for Coven's Curse. I don't know if you can buy these ones in singles. I think that you can, because I think you can buy Karma in singles. So you can buy these in singles, but let's go ahead and swatch these. Okay, so first we have London Fog, which is kind of like a green grayish. It's almost like a teal though. I don't know if my arm's like really wet. These are normally not this like, there we go. My arm is just, it's done, you guys. It can't handle it anymore. The next one we have is a gray, and this is Frisson. I think that's how you say it. Mine actually just shattered before this because I dug into it. These are so soft, but they're so flaky, like, but they work well when you're putting them on the eyes. I really like them, but there's just like, if I go in to swatch it, it's just like, boom, explosion. So that's a pretty gray. The next one I have is Esme, which reminds me of Twilight, totally. But do you see that? Like, it's just, it's so powdery, but they're so pretty. Like this, look at this color. Such a gorgeous, like, kind of periwinkle gray almost. And then we have the shade Desma, which is one of my favorites. I think it's beautiful. Again, super flaky, but that's just because her mattes are really soft. There we go. I really like the Devinah mattes. I feel like a lot of people do. I don't really know many people that don't, but I mean, if you don't, that's okay too. Like, everyone has their own taste, right? You can't convince everyone to love all the same stuff. Next one is a little bit more firmly packed. It's not so powdery. And this one is Tasenda, which is like a beautiful kind of berry plum type of shade. I think I used this in like our 90s grunge video when we did that for Magpies. It's a really fun look. And then lastly, the wonderful deep dark pigmented black. This one is Karma. I swear, it's like stains your life like karma too. It's beautiful though. It's like everything you need in a deep black you get in this one. And then I have two other singles. I have the shade Jaded, which I used recently. So beautiful. I used this one and London Fog together. This one here, and it made a super nice combo. And then the last one is Grinch, which you guessed it, is just a Grinch green. And this one is a little bit more powdery. So let's just blend that out. There you go. Those are all of the mattes that I own. Let me show you close-ups. Okay, so here are the close-ups of the mattes that I have. They're super, I feel like the ones from Devinah, like all of their mattes have some sort of grunge to them, which I love. They're so beautiful. Right, you guys, so with the mattes being about $6 each, I recommend to go about mattes, just grab a few to start, try them out, see if there's something that you would actually like, because I know people are really picky about their matte formulas. So I would say try them out. If they're not your favorite, you can start passing on Devinah mattes and just stick to the shimmers. But if they're ones that you do enjoy, then you can always continue to collect more. I would say don't go ham grabbing all of the mattes, because I did that with Terra Moons and I love some of them, but there are some of them that I just don't enjoy. So I would just say tread carefully.